Hi everyone, hope you're all staying safe and well. Welcome to my film and TV channel. And today I have a little double feature today, a little bit of a special, as we attempt or try to entertain the kids and the adults in one go here with a couple of movies. We're looking at Netflix, a couple of films on Netflix, very different. One's a sort of Goonies type adventure and one's a superhero fix. So it's nice to see a couple of features on Netflix. It's full of precocious kids and child actors. You know me and child actors. I don't like most of them, to be honest with you, but there are some likeable ones as well. Even one I want to have her own little series. She's fantastic, but more on that later on. Today we'll have a quick look at a couple of films now streaming. We Can Be Heroes and Finding Ohana. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications. I do TV drama reviews, movie reviews like this, information vlogs, what's out to buy, eventually what's coming back at the cinema, obviously if the cinema's ever open and we ever get a sort of steady flow of films ever again, perhaps one day. And please, if you check the playlist, you'll also see some stuff on my football team as well. If that's of any interest, if it's not, there's loads of film and TV stuff. But if the football's of interest to you, my team, Manchester City, I do history vlogs, present vlogs, quizzes, lots of different things. So please, if you or you know someone else who might be interested, please point them in my direction. I will be very, very grateful. And there will be a couple of links on screen for Facebook and Twitter as well. I do post loads of stuff on there. So if you have to follow or a friend, just seek me out. And I do check every 2 or 3 days and follow and friend everyone back. And please, any comments on these films or anything, you can comment on whatever you want. Any film-wise, TV-wise. If you say you want to comment on football, go on to one of my football vlogs and comment on there, or comment on here. It doesn't matter. I'll read the comment, whatever happens. And if you don't have time for any comments, please, a little thumbs up's fantastic. I'm trying to get to that magical 1,000 subscriber figure by the end of May, middle end of May. So if you could help me out towards that, I'd be very much appreciated, and I love you all for it. Thank you very much. Yeah, so here we go. First, we're going to have a look at We Can Be Heroes, a PG rating, 1 hour and 40 minutes, a superhero action comedy drama on Netflix. Directed by, of course, Robert Rodriguez. Obviously, we've got, what is it, Spy Kids, stuff like that he gave us in the past. And it's a standalone sequel, yeah, they do appear in this, to The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl back in 2005. I still had my little video shop then. I did have that on DVD in the video shop, I remember. Rodriguez was also cinematographer and editor of the film. I think he made the tea as well, I think. It stars Priyanka Chopra Jonas, Pedro Pascal, Yaya Gosselin, Boyd Holbrook, Adriana Barraza, Sung Kang, Taylor Dooley and Christian Slater, and another little girl I will mention in a while. It's a simple plot, yeah, nothing clever about the plot. When alien invaders capture the Earth's superheroes, their kids must learn to work together to save their parents and the planet. Of course they must. What do the critics think? Well, yeah, not bad. Rotten Tomatoes has got an approval rating of 73% based on 45 reviews, an average rating of 6 out of 10, so that's okay. The site's consensus reads, although it may be too zany for adults, it has its moments, We Can Be Heroes balances its sophisticated themes with heart and zealous originality. There you go. Metacritic, the other critic site, yeah, not so overly impressed. Only 10 critics, so 51 out of 100. And it scores anywhere between a miserly 12, I don't know, I think someone's fell out of the bed the wrong size there, to a quite high 80 out of 100. And yeah, Empire's Ian Freer, he didn't like it very much. He gave it 4 out of 10. Rodriguez has fun coming up with some newish powers, and they are knowing send-ups of superhero lore, but the takeaway is thin and forgettable. But Frank Scheck from The Hollywood Reporter, he liked it a lot more. He gave it 7 out of 10. Much like Rodriguez's Spy Kid films, We Can Be Heroes proves silly, light-hearted fun for its target audience. It does. Blissfully free of ponderousness and enlivened by antic humour. Antic humour, there you go. I had to look that one up. Grotesque and bizarre, it means. Yeah, not quite the sort of word I perhaps would have used myself. Internet Movie Database, Joe Public doesn't like it though. I'm a bit mean for me. I don't know where they got this from. It did put me off watching it at first, and I thought, no, I'll watch it, and I was glad I did. 9,269 scores have been left. I think this first aired on Christmas Day, so there's quite a lot of people seeing it. Perhaps we're in a Christmas Day mood, I don't know. But it's only averaging 4.7 out of 10, which isn't fantastic. Secondly, Finding Ohana, yeah, the other little film. It's a family adventure film directed by Jude Weng in her feature directorial debut and written by Christina Strain. 2 hours, 3 minutes, quite a long one, but it's an action adventure comedy, so perhaps we get our money's worth, who knows. The film stars Kia Pehu, Alex Alioni, Lindsay Watson, Owen Vaccaro and Kelly Hu. And what's it about? Well, Philoa Pili Kawina, aged 12, is abruptly lifted from her busy New York life and dropped into rural Oahu to help care for her grandfather. This is Hawaii, by the way. Initially sceptical about her new surroundings, Pili finds a cryptic pirate's journal in her papa's studio, hinting at a 200-year-old shipwrecked treasure hidden away in the island's caves and mountains. Yeah, Goonies, anyone. With her older brother and new friends in tow, she uses her clue-solving skills to lead them on an adventure of a lifetime through the natural wonders of Hawaii, as she learns to respect and love her native culture. She also discovers not all secrets should be shared. There you go. Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, they like it. Approval rating of 85%, just 13 critics. Average rate of 7.4 out of 10. Metacritic, which sampled just 7 critics, weighted average is 69 out of 100, so again quite healthy. And it scores anywhere between 5 and 8.8 out of 10. Variety's Courtney Howard marks it 6 out of 10 and said, while imperfect, at times predictable, the adventure these filmmakers and performers take us on feels like a warm tropical breeze. There you go, that's what we need. I'm freezing today. RogerEbbett.com, Neil Minow writing for them, 8.8 out of 10. He liked it. A twist that brings together native myths and modern challenges is at first surprising and then surprisingly satisfying. We leave the film feeling like we've found some Ohana ourselves. Oh, it warms our heart. Internet Movie Database, yeah, a bit there like this more than the other film we talked about. 1,734 scores and reviews left. I think this opened at the end of January, so it's obviously that's why there's not as many scores. 6.2 out of 10, so that's not too shabby. So there you go, there's the two films. I think I've only done this because I like them, so you know I'm going to say in my summation, but yeah, what we've got here is, okay, start with We Can Be Heroes. It's not overly stimulating for an adult. Have your phone handy and you can have a look on there at times, but there's enough in it to keep adults entertained as well. But as a family watch along, it isn't, isn't sort of keep your eyes peeled on the screen. And the effects, to be honest with you, go from pretty awful to very, very good. Is a bit of some fantastic stuff, but some rubbishy stuff as well. I think it's good fun for younger watchers. I think superhero, if they like a superhero film that's bright and actiony, it's spot on. Possibly 15-20 minutes too long, but it rarely lets up, and it does get a little bit preachy at the end. I'm not sure why these films always have to make some sort of point at the end. I know what they're doing. They're making some point about being good and working together and all this sort of fellowship sort of thing. But do we really need it in black and white? Not so much. Even kids, I don't think, need it in black and white. Just put the film out there, watch it, and they'll take it from it what they will. So yeah, I don't like this preachiness sometimes. One of the better smaller screen offerings recently, and please, yeah, I mean, I did mention, obviously I didn't mention in the actors before, but Vivian Lyra Blair stars as Guppy. Yeah, so she has just a water skill, obviously. Please give her own movie, her own movie. I thought she was, yes, she's a little bit precocious, but I thought she was wonderful. Yeah, as a child superhero, we can all appreciate what she can do. And she seems to get the best effects as well. Some of the best effects are centred around Vivian Lyra Blair's character. Yeah, it's all very watery, obviously, but please give her own series, or at least give her her own little film. She was absolutely fantastic in this. And okay, Finding Ohana, yeah, a watered down version of Goonies. Of course it is, even from the storyline, and definitely 30 minutes too long, just over 2 hours. I mean, if it was Goonies, yeah, I'd love to, it never bored me, the Goonies, and I don't know how long that ran for. I don't think that ran for 2 hours. But yeah, it's definitely 30 minutes too long, and it is a little bit preachy on Hawaiian culture, which is fair enough if you've an interest in it, but it does get a little bit preachy at times, which can turn perhaps younger kids off, because there's a lot of some verbal in it as well, which gets a little bit boring. So please, 30 minutes less would have probably been a tighter, more enjoyable family film. But it's a good old-fashioned adventure, search for treasure, lost map yarn, isn't it? And keep the kids happy, as I said, apart from the few verbal scenes. But I think overall they'll be entertained, and of course the adults will be more entertained as well. A bit more grown up this in parts as well. But hey, apart from the 30 minutes too long, and say even the adults might suffer a little bit. Not the greatest acting talent, but some great views, some fantastic scenery. So, I mean, what more could you ask? Well, there you go, a lot more. But both films, yeah, both films are a great watch. I mean, are just good to great watch. I think they're really good. Let's face it, we need something, don't we, in these times to keep ourselves distracted for 3 or 4 hours, and we can keep ourselves distracted with the kids along even better. They have the flaws, obviously. They have in length and storylines and the preachiness, but overall two good recent offerings. I think obviously to come out within a month of each other on Netflix and not be a dub thing or something like that, it's fantastic. I've good stuff by Netflix for a change. They've not overly impressed me the last few months with some of the stuff they've been putting out there, but these two films are well worth a watch. If you've not seen either of them, or you've only seen one of them, please seek out the other. Yeah, so I'm going to give you my little rating, my overall rating for both films. I'm going to give the same rating, and I'm going to go mad today. I'm going to go 7 out of 10. You know me, I don't often give that. As I said, there are flaws. They're not far from perfect. They're a little bit too long, but yeah, I've got to give it, as far as family entertainment, there's just about enough for the adults. Obviously, mainly in the second film we talked about Ohana's probably more adult sort of leaning, but yeah, I'm going to give both films a joint score of 7 out of 10. Let me know what you think whenever you get to watch these. Thanks for watching. Whatever you do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your families. More importantly, let's all look after each other. Until we meet again here on the Film and TV channel, or perhaps you will flit across to my football channel, the Citizen channel. Whatever it is, all I ever ask of everyone out there is please stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.